Hi, I'm Chris Swazi, Vice President of Business and Workforce Development. And one of the key words there is workforce. The green hats that you see was the last time Lieutenant Governor was here last year for our Glow with Your Hands events. And those are the helmets from the Glow with Your Hands as a sponsorship. So thank you, Lieutenant Governor Hochul, for coming today. Assemblyman Hawley, Council President Jankowski, Legislator Chair Stein, and of course everybody that made the behind-the-scenes mission of the DRI possible here in Batavia. This is a milestone that we're proud to share, and we got some great representation here today, and we appreciate everybody coming out. I know how important this is and the value of the project, this building, and this city to everyone. Thank you for having the vision, Victor, and making Ellicott Place a pillar of our downtown revitalization. Again, I'd like to thank Kathy Hochul again for being a supporter of our community, for joining us a few weeks ago to kick off our Main Street DRI project, and being here today, of course, and bringing this tailgate weather. So we appreciate that. Ellicott Place is a $3 million project made possible by a $1.15 million grant through the DRI. To have our state so focused on improving our downtown in this area shows that Batavia's growth is being noticed and our state is actively involved. Thanks to the Department of State, Empire State Development, Governor Cuomo, and New York, the DRI has been a great success already, and the state's investment is growing with our leaders here in Batavia. With that, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Sorry for the tardy start. It's hard to keep a schedule during a pandemic sometimes. We had a lot of things popping, but I didn't want to miss this. This is where I wanted to be to celebrate truly what happened 3 years ago last week, when the future of Batavia changed forever. That was the day it was announced that this community, through a tough competition, was awarded $10 million to reimagine an entirely new future. Not based on what Albany wanted, but based on what this community wanted. And so we're starting to see the groundbreakings, the ribbon cuttings, the signs of life. And this project here today is a manifestation of what $1 million from the state can do. It can transform an empty building that could fall into disrepair and blight. But instead it's going to be a shining example of what one community can do when they believe in themselves. I know this area. I thought that was my office hours when I was in Congress, the coffee culture. I had more cups of coffee there with local officials. Everybody who's met me there knows that was one of my favorite spots. But I've also been around long enough now to see that this area is coming back, and it's coming back strong. And to be able to be building a project like this during a global pandemic, when other areas are completely shut down, we are continuing to show our commitment to bringing back downtowns all over in places like Batavia. It's also going to result in 30 jobs. We love to hear about the jobs. I was just here a couple weeks ago announcing workforce development money at the local medical center, talking about getting more people into those careers. So I am laser focused to make sure that upstate is not forgotten, that Genesee County is not forgotten, and certainly Batavia is not forgotten. So this is a great project. I want to thank Assemblymember Stephen Hawley for his work on this as well, supporting this community so strongly. Chris Swazi, you have done an incredible job with the Genesee Economic Development Center. Shelley Stein, great to see you again, Chairwoman. And Victor Gautieri, the project director, the project owner. This is visionary for someone to come and say that we can do much more with this project. It's going to have apartments, people can live downtown. It's going to have other amenities, indoor parking. I always say, how can you put up an apartment without indoor parking? We get snow here. People don't want to be out in the snow. That's going to be a great attraction as well. But 10,000 square feet renovated on the first floor for commercial use. This is exciting to me. Bringing back the housing, the combined mixed-use projects. This is how cities redefine themselves and end up being stronger in the long run. So $1.15 million from the state of New York. We are going to not stop here. We've got other projects that are well underway. Our thriving residential and commercial hub, the Ellicott Station, the former Genesee Bank and Cars department store, intergenerational healthy living, the campus in the heart of downtown, a regional performing arts center, downtown housing improvements we're continuing to support, transforming the city center, and enhancing Jackson Square. I tell you all that because that means I'm going to be spending a lot of time here. We're going to be breaking a lot of ground and shoveling a lot of dirt, and that means the future is now. So thank you for allowing me to participate. Look forward to seeing the building in a couple minutes, and to thank Victor for having the vision and the desire to be part of this this comeback of Batavia. Thank you very much on behalf of myself and Governor Cuomo. And, am I supposed to announce Stephen Hawley? You can do it. All right. I would have liked the honor.
Why don't
No,
you?
he's got that
Please.
radio voice. So
Please do. Go ahead. Lieutenant Governor.
The incomparable Stephen Hawley, our greatest selling member.
Woo! That was much better than I could have done. It's perfect.
I'd rather have Lieutenant Governor Hochul introduce me any day over Chris Swazi, so thanks very much.
I agree.
Well, they say that I have a voice for radio, but I'll be quick to say I also have a face for radio, especially with the little Band-Aid across here. You guys are in the sun right now. It's a little chillier here than it is out there, and the sun is shining on all of you. Soon, this entire building, and indeed the entire downtown of Batavia and Genesee County and Western New York, will be shining again. Empire State Development has awarded this great downtown revitalization to the city of Batavia, and I want to thank the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor for helping with that to a great extent. I want to thank the Economic Development Council for their help, and the Downtown Batavia bid for putting in money too. When you talk about 10 apartments in downtown Batavia, that's a lot, and there will be much, much more as we get to the other projects that the Lieutenant Governor has mentioned. It's a bright day in Batavia, and there are brighter days ahead because this COVID pandemic, at some juncture, in the not too distant future, will be behind us. We are resilient. We will continue to do what Americans and New Yorkers do, and that is to succeed despite things going on around us in a negative way. So I want to thank you for inviting me here today. There will be many more of these projects, and downtown Batavia and the rest of us will all be the benefactors of the state's support for this downtown revitalization. Thanks.
Thank you, Assemblyman. Appreciate that. One thing the next guy has in common with me is we both grew up on the south side, right over there. Gino Jankowski has been a leader with the DRI community and our neighborhoods, and people have known him for decades. Gino, come on up. Thank you.
It didn't seem like decades, but I guess it was. I just want to thank Victor and his corporation, his company, for putting the investment into this building. In talking to him earlier, I've learned that he's been involved in several buildings, and he's second generation investing in our community. And all these the building over there, a couple around in this area, plus 4 Washington Towers. He's put a lot of effort into our community, and this is awesome that he's investing here in this dilapidated building, which his company once built, and it serviced through its life, and now it's getting reborn with apartments up top and retail and commercial space below. It's going to be awesome for someone to be able to live up there and walk down and in 1 minute be anywhere downtown and have a dinner or a beverage or just enjoy the Ellicott Trail right nearby here. So I'm excited about it. I know City Council is, and I have to thank, again, this is one of the first major projects on the DRI that jumped out of the whole mix, and Victor's been very enthusiastic about getting it started, and I'm looking forward to when it's complete and I can drive by here from the south side and see the beautiful building that will be here. So thank you for all those that worked on it, GC, EDC, BDC, everyone else who's going to be working on it in the future. There's a lot of time and effort that went into getting this going, and I really want to thank every one of you. So Council gives you their utmost thanks. Thank you again.
Thank you, Gino. Also want to thank our county legislators. We have Chad Klotzbach and Greg Torrey here today. And Also, we want to thank Shelley Stein, the county legislator, who is going to come up next and talk about all the great things that we got going on in Genesee County, like growing our economy, the food and beverage industry, and now the need for housing. Right, Shelley? So if you'd like to come up and give us a few words. Thank you.
It is really great to be here today, and Lieutenant Governor, thanks for coming again, and we want you to come often. So, and we are just so pleased to let you know that our community is really taking being safe very seriously, because this COVID is not going to be the hurdle that stops us from investing in ourselves. We are being strategic, and we are partnering with all levels of government, and we are providing amazing dividends together. And by growing our downtowns and our housing and our commercial space here at Ellicott Station, Genesee County is gaining another pathway to recovery and growing this economy. The DRI investment, perfectly timed, having a project like this in our downtown, answers to a lot of our needs, especially with housing, but the impact will be felt for years and years. To VJ Contractors, Victor, we can see the care and the quality that's going into this project. I just look at those stones. I would not want to be the one lifting them every day. But thank you, and thank your family for building this facility and keeping it viable and bringing it back to new life. Thank you. There's over $60 million of projects happening right now in downtown Batavia, and in the coming years, this shows that these investments are investments with a real deep meaning. These go straight to our roots. And on behalf of my fellow legislators, Chad and Greg, I am pleased to join in the congratulations today. And the fact that we are not far from celebrating this project's completions and seeing residents on that second floor, new activity on the first floor, and a beautiful gateway to the city's front door. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shelley. Making more commercial space grows our economy. Adding new market apartments grows our workforce and quality of life. And really, today is all about the star of today, and that's President Victor Gautieri. Come on up, Victor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Lieutenant Governor Hochul for again taking the time out of her busy schedule to travel to Batavia to yet another DRI project that's moving forward. Thank you. I'd like to thank the City of Batavia, the GCEDC, Batavia Development Corporation, and everybody who is intermixed with them for all of their support that we have had throughout the application process for the DRI grant, as well as finalizing everything we needed to do to get things rolling. Also, many thanks go out to our architect, Mark Dean, principal of Dean Architects, and our lender, Upstate National Bank, represented by Frank Cipriano, Vice President. He's here. And most importantly, though, and I would be remiss if I did not mention this, I'd like to recognize my father, Vito Gautieri. He was the driving force behind this project. Nearly 10 years ago, when the building was purchased and Save-A-Lot moved in as the anchor tenant, he had a vision of creating a mixed-use development combining both commercial, retail, and high-quality residential apartments on the second floor. Our family has worked on the development for many, many years, and my father's vision for this property is now becoming a reality. The construction phase, as you can see, is well underway. Crews are working diligently to try to beat the weather and also to overcome challenges that always exist with any type of renovation project. They say there's skeletons in a closet. There always is when you start opening up walls and things of that nature. We're excited to bring about a transformation of the property and to the positive impact that this development is going to have on downtown Batavia. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by today. And again, thank you to Lieutenant Governor Hochul for her support and to Governor Cuomo for his efforts to promote the revitalization of downtowns across the state of New York. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. And again, I think, let's do one more round of applause for the Gautieri family. One of the things we were talking earlier about baseball and the Yankees, they'd still be playing if they had a closer. Fortunate, we have a closer, and he's a lefty. Steve Hyde, come on in and close us up.
Well, sometimes it's better for closers to keep it brief because it's getting cold out here. And I want to thank everybody for coming. Victor, to you, your father, and the family, thanks for the great investment in the renewal. I mean, this is just a great example. The things our economic development strategy for years is focused on is knitting it all together and driving growth. And the Lieutenant Governor's always been there, and the Governor supporting our visions, our strategy, our placemaking efforts here downtown, and housing is really a key. To get the most out of the industrial development strategies we've had success on, you've got to have those critical pieces, your vibrant urban centers, placemaking, housing, and this does it all. It embodies the effort of all the partners that make this happen, and really where this is manifesting into a situation where, in the world of a pandemic, Batavia is rising. And I thank you and all the partners for all you do, and I'm done. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Yeah.
Like your mask.
Go Bills.
All right. Let's show Kansas City who's boss. We're good.